changing. And so I'm in the city of Torrance, and I want to just show you kind of what the search results and how they can change depending on a number of factors. And so I typed in bakery in Torrance, okay? And so theoretically, in the best of all scenarios, in this case, if Google is reading my mind, they're going to give me a bakery that's close to my home, my geolocation. And I think these two are pretty close. King's Hawaiian is not so close, and so it makes sense that it's further away. And this is what we would call the 7-pack, and it's kind of a morphing of what the 7-pack looks like, or has traditionally looked like. But it basically shows their website here. In other cases, in local search, we'll get the website and the Google Plus or Google My Business link. And but I just wanted to show you kind of the idea here, and then really we want to go up here. And depending on where I'm at, I'm in Torrance, okay? It geolocated me in Torrance. I could put, let's put Boston and see what happens. And that could screw Google up a little bit, even though I'm saying bakery in Torrance. Maybe it'll, so it's still going to know that Torrance is where I'm at, and it doesn't give us anything in Boston, okay? Which is pretty lame, okay? This is where Google might be argued that it's broken, because maybe there is a section, and I'm making this up, and so I'm not saying that Google's broken, but this happens all the time, where maybe there's a section in Boston that's called Torrance, right, that hasn't been located or discovered yet by Google, and I'm really trying to find Torrance. The other thing is one of the reasons why it most definitely probably located to my Torrance, although there's lots of Torrances around the country, is because of my history. It knows my IP address, which it has actually, unlike a lot of these devices that are coming out now, you see where they'll try to geolocate you based on your IP address. Well, Google actually drove to every house and every business in the country almost, and nailed down their IP address. So they know your IP address is attached to your address, which is attached to your geolocation from outer space. They have a pretty good idea of your IP address on purpose, so they can do stuff like this. They also have a history of my cookies and my history of websites that when it's done in a local search is typically going to be in Torrance. So that's why they can, with pretty good authority, know that when I say something in Torrance, that I don't even have to type in Torrance. Let's see what happens with bakery. Well, now this is when we get Boston, okay? Because remember, I'm still in Boston. Okay, so I'm going to move the Torrance where it had me at first, and then it gives me Torrance bakeries. Okay, you see how it works? Now over here, I'm signed into Google Plus, and it automatically will show me my Google Plus results. When I go to get out of that world and I go into just the general world, I'll get potentially a different search. This isn't, well, yeah, there you go. There, it's sort of giving me news. And I think this was in it before Facebook, but it gives me some other stuff. New Yorker magazine, Vogue, New York Times. So it starts getting out of my world, which was this. Well, I guess there's some similarities. The San Francisco thing wasn't in the other one, I don't think. So you see how it changes as I change with going in and out of Google Plus. Now, if I was to kill all my cookies, I may get a different result. If I was to sign out, I may get a different result. And that's why, to some degree, using keyword-based tracking can lead us astray, because it really depends on all these different factors, not to mention what happens when I go into maps, not to mention when I go into images and shopping and news and all that stuff. It all changes the results. And that's why it's really important to have our fundamentals down pat, making sure that we have fresh content that's being created, making sure that we have all the elements of SEO, the on-page, the off-page, which includes the social and all the other the naps and the as well as our fundamentals that are going to hold a person on our website for a significant amount of time, so that Google knows that, hey, these guys are staying there for a good amount of time, maybe above the average of what the competition is. And the competition is, of course, according to Google, not to us. But whatever they think the competition is, and just the web in general, we're doing better than most, they're going to give us a little bit of love for that. Okay? So we need to look at all that stuff, and it has to do largely with our ability to be trusted by Google, and we're not trusted when people are leaving our website in 10 seconds. So hopefully this was useful for you. If you have any questions, definitely contact us through the website or through email, and you have a great day.